So you guys might have just been the unfortunate beneficiaries of me being dumb. But Coda's right here. Super duper early. So we might as well give her a treat. The guys did not respond, and I will admit I did not give them a lot of notice. I was really, really short notice when I messaged them, like 13 minutes notice, to see if they wanted to do some scrapping. I did not hear back from them. It's now been, I guess, more like 19 minutes. So almost 20 minutes and nothing. So, and yes, I did accidentally, indeed, stop the stream. Yay! The VOD should only have one intro on it, though, because it should be split. I know, it's not a lot of time. However, at this point, it's moot. We're going to go ahead and play Final Fantasy. We're running severely behind, and they haven't responded, so that means no scrapping. What was super silent? Is the mic not working? It should be. Yeah, no, the mic is working. Linux responded to something you said, Faye. The mic is working. Exactly. So my thought on the matter when I messaged him and I hadn't heard back was that they must be playing TF2 or Marvel Rivals. So I guess this is what we're doing today. Also, I was originally dressing for playing Lethal Company, so I'm not wearing my Final Fantasy 16 shirt. Not that any of you have really been able to really take advantage of the fact that this is a really nice Final Fantasy 16 shirt. Let me change cameras here in a second. From the same company that I got my Final Fantasy 7 remake shirt. I don't know why that happened. I was trying to click on this one. So, this is the back of the Final Fantasy 16 shirt. Which, of course, no one can see the back of because it's the back. All right? And it's from, like I said, it's the same company who made my Final Fantasy 7 remake shirt. And it's a really high quality shirt. The Final Fantasy 7 remake, though, is holographic. Or holo foil, whatever. Yeah. But I thought, since I'm not wearing it for once, for this, I would go ahead and share what it looks like. Why do you want to be mean to me? Control. Thank you. Everything is awful. Everything is terrible. Mm-hmm. Really, really, really terrible. Wrong lever! Also that. Hoda still thinks she's getting more treat. Not tonight. Well, not until 7:50. 40 minutes. You gotta wait 40 minutes. And she tells her puppy dog, who can't tell time. Alright, so we finished all the available side quests yesterday. Will be available to this point side quests.
What will happen to me?
I think we have all of the hunts done as well. Yes. Yes, there are more hunts. We still have to go to Waloed. No, Ash. It's on Ash. Right now we're on Storm. We have to go to Ash / Waloed. / the place that King Barnabas Tharm is from. He's an ass. Alright. So that means we are on to... wherever the actual story is. Which is here. Scusi. Scusi again.
Clive? My dad had it all worked out.
He'd be proud of you, Mid. His writings may have helped, but this achievement is all yours. Can we catch them?
The Ainayar's one of the largest, fastest vessels ever built. And it won't help she has the wind at her back. Any other ship would be hard-pressed to keep pace with her, let alone reel her in. But this isn't any other ship. This is the Enterprise! And the world's never seen anything like my dad's engine.
It certainly hasn't.
Clive, what do you know of Barnabas Tharm?
Only what the bards sing. That he sailed to Ash from southern lands. That it was his mastery of the blade which won him the throne. And that his sword, Odin's sword, can sever the very threads of creation. But don't lose any sleep over a last tilt. We'll do what we must to survive.
What we must.
The light!
I thought this cove was meant to be hidden.
Mid! Company!
Eh?
We'll hold them off until the ship is ready. But hurry!
Bollocks! All hands! Man your stations!
Love how Gav
Everyone
douses
with me?
one torch. Brazier, whatever it is. Whatever you want to call it.
Here they come!
That's good.
Mid needs every moment we can give her.
Behind me, Lord Rosfield.
I'll take care of these fuckers. Behind you? I'll have you know, Earthbreaker here once struck fear into the heart of every man in the Twins.
About that offer, Gav?
How are we doing, Mid?
I thought you said that ship was fast.
The ship is fast. That doesn't mean starting it is fast. Did she just call Byron a lazy sack of shite?
Oh? I haven't felt this alive in 20 summers. Come on, then! Which of you lot fancies meeting
We go to pay, and I'll be damned if I'm going first.
Aye, aye, Captain!
Much like things in Diablo, this is survive a certain number of waves. I don't remember how many waves. I think this is the last one since we have a guy who can be stunned. Woohoo! Also, I know that losing Lucy was sad. I know.
That was easy enough.
Onyx is still around. Now you got Dottie.
All right, you lousy lot. Get your asses on board. She's ready to sail.
You heard the captain?
Pretty soon, maybe this summer, you'll have another little one. Oh, look, it's Slipnir again.
But I thought he was...
Confounded. Then it is as I feared. Sleipnir is no man, but a creation of Odin.
Do you remember who Slipnir is in Norse mythology?
Phoenix's fiery fundament. Have you no normal enemies?
No, we have no normal enemies.
Up for another round?
Of course we are. Right, Lord Rosfield? My boy, there was a time people called me the Executioner.
That explains the axe.
No matter, heads will roll all the same.
Mate! New plan! You leave! We follow!
Follow? Swimming, are you? Oh, bugger me! Weigh
It
anchor!
is.
Engines dead slow ahead!
That's right, push the plank into the water
Okay,
instead
my
of pulling
friend.
it on
It
board.
is not blood that runs through Omegi's veins. These foes will not fall easily.
But they will fall. Like oaks before a woodman's axe. Good
I will
thing
remind you, oak is a hardwood. Lord Rossfield. It takes a bit to chop down an oak.
How long are we meant to keep this up?
As long as it takes. Unless you have a better idea.
Well, I've already killed at least 5 of the bastards.
Hence the may have. But yes, I get it.
Fuck it! Let's do the lot!
I'm hoping to get another 8 to 10 years out of Coda. I know that's like impossible, but I can hope. She's my good girl.
All yours, Torgal.
It amazes me how sometimes I struggle to hit that 5. We're still not done.
Should we make for the ship?
Yes, you guys make for the ship.
Not yet. Wait for my signal. Attack! Torgal, kill!
I mean, to be fair, Loki also had another son, Fenrir.
Get him!
I think Fenrir's mom, or was it Slipner's mom, was a giant. Or did he have a... I take that back. He had a third kid also. Jormungandr.
Your own time, Clive!
The World Serpent is also Loki's kid.
Right, run for it!
The K isn't even close to the S. I wonder why autocorrect is doing that. I don't even bother making this a quick time event.
Now, mate!
Alright, engine full ahead! And hold on tight!
Let me just keep dangling here for the rest of the voyage.
What do you want?
That's quite a mess you've made. And wholly unnecessary. You are my offering to Mythos. I would not see you damaged.
galleons! Every bell spent treading water puts another league between us and the galleon.
I don't suppose Mid has a spare engine? Since you rose from the grave, my fortunes have plummeted. Are you absolutely certain of this quest of yours, Clive? The foes you face are as terrible as they are numerous.
Aye. And they'd have us live and die on their terms, which should answer your question.
Ha! You have that same stubborn look as your father did when he set his mind to something. On the battlefield, I am but a single axe. A deadly one, mind, but a single one nonetheless. Yet what you require is 1,000, and I believe my old friend in Brandalar can provide them. Take care, Clive. I have many more tales of your father's exploits to share. And I cannot very well do that if you're dead. Again.
Good luck, Uncle. And may fair winds attend you.
As for you, Joshua, take care.
I shall do my best, Uncle.
Farewell, my nephews. When next you see me, it shall be with an army at my back. Oh, oh, there. Oh, oh, oh. Cheerio! Oh, yeah.
Interesting that Byron isn't the one at the rudder.
Do keep up, my boy.
Well, you can't have him showing us up now, can we?
We would never hear the end of it.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Mercy. All this.
Should be back at the hideaway healing.
What have I done?
My lord.
I don't know why they make me do this. I get it when you have an actual choice, but when you don't have a choice, just fucking make us go.
There's a lot of sea between here and Waloed, but any ship heading north has to round Zemeckis and put through the Narrow. Maintain our current bearing north-northeast, and we'll catch the Black Galleon before she vanishes again.
What's to prevent her from circling around Ash from the south?
With these winds in those waters, it'd taken forever and a fortnight to reach Stonehere.
Mid knows what she's talking about, Clive. Better than any of us lot, anyway. I say we do as she tells.
Sails on the horizon.
She's ours.
So, walking on a moving RV is difficult.
Look alive, boys! Full ahead!
Especially when it's going up a mountain.
Fed.
Imagine
Feel that?
walking on a ship,
All hands! Battle stations!
let alone running.
Let's see what this girl can do.
Where one leads, so does the other follow. The bond of consciousness which joins them condemning both to the same fate. Yet my every attempt to strike it from their hearts serves only to tighten its hold. Fascinating. But then, there is naught my blade cannot sever.
Great Grigos, gosh!
Barnabas.
Hard a port! Heads down, you brutes! And brace for impact!
That was not the sword that we're using. That's Invictus.
It's now or never.
I'll find her.
That's what we need. Fire icons on wooden ships. Let's just have a fire icon. Get on the ship. It'll be fine.
Where did you hide her, Barnabas? This one.
Oh, it's an Avis. Yep.
Nice try.
got any potions? No potions. See the door. Ah, it's sharp fangs, not potions, darn you.
A proper fight at last. We're all going to die. First on the butcher's
No. We're not all going to die.
Have mercy.
Yay, potion!
No! There he is! The king wants him alive!
Hold on. I'm coming. For both of you.
Phoenix is more of a healing icon, if you ask me. He was always more of a healing summon in 7. Dead players? Got the MP for it. Cast Phoenix. It'll bring back your players. Hell, put Phoenix on final attack. It'll bring back all 3 of your characters.
Attack! This one!
That was a waste. Also, if you're not using the Amulet of Timely Strikes, you don't have to worry about things being used when you don't want them to be used. It's one less thing for me to have to think about. Ow! Ass hat. That's not going to be good.
Kill!
That's twice.
Now for it. Over here! Kill!
Come on. Yes, I think I've won.
All yours, Torgal.
Come on.
She must be here somewhere.
Everybody. That sucked. Damn it, I don't need no bloody hides. Yes, that was nice, thank you.
What the hell are you? My leg! I can't feel my leg!
Well, it's not because of me. I'm not trying to kill you. Just to cook. I need crickets. Or...
Come on, get up! Enough of this! The king can fight his own battles.
Yeah, GTFO, and I will leave you alone. God damn it, people. I need to stop before I actually save Jill, because there is a cutscene and a long boss battle.
All yours, Torgal.
But alright, we should have burned this ship down a few times over at this point. Damn it. Okay, on that, we're going to pause. Yes, you can pause. Generally don't like to pause, though. No, do not change the color of my frickin' lighting. Thank you. I don't know how that keeps happening. Coda the Poocher Doodah! Upper McGee! Does the puppy want treats? Coda! I love you, puppy the girl. You wanna come and get some treats? You do? You go show me you're ready for treats? Yeah, you are all set. But is a good girl and she is ready for treatses? Yeah? Alright, let's start out with a heart. Heart? Yeah? Do a couple of tricks. Puppy, say hi to everybody. Maybe if you stop dropping things, Mom. You say hi to everybody? Yeah? Hey, Mama, Pop. Yeah, Mama, you head? Oh, head. Put a head. Put a head. You're a goober. She's a goober. All right, Papa Do.
You came.
Get back.
The colors are more like temperatures than they are actual colors. It doesn't do green or blue or any of that.
Clive, how did you...
I'll explain later. Hands.
Can you walk?
Out of here I can.
Stand still!
Phoenix. Are you not the dominant of fire? I see naught before me but a guttering flame.
Look, it's Slipnir. Technically should have 8 legs, from what I understand. But I could be wrong also. Nobody left to steer the Einhorn and the Black Alien. I'm afraid I'm not so great with a lot of foreign languages. Especially when their phonetics don't match with what I'm used to seeing for the letters. I'd love to learn to read English in Runic, but that's...
Can you go on?
not so easy.
I think so. But to where?
Technically, I don't have to win this fight. I'm still going to try to win this fight.
What did you do to Joshua?
The Phoenix? Oh, I expect he will survive. This consciousness in which you coil your feeble souls is grown thick with desperation. And thus has my master turned to my blade. The world will soon be painted in black. And all that live shall gather in death's autumn wake.
Not if we remove the cause of this misery. Not if we destroy the last of the Mother Crystals and restore balance to the world.
Come. Do you truly think it's so simple? The blight is inevitable. Not even the Almighty might stop its endless march. Your efforts will avail us naught. Naught, that is, but suffering. You must embrace the truth, Mythos. Accept your place with the Lord.
Keep it. As long as there's a chance, there's a choice.
Ever led astray by your blind resolve. It is time you learn the inevitability of your divine fate, however much it may hurt.
Get as far away as you can.
Clive, no.
Trust me, Jill.
We don't have to do this.
Oh, but we do. If only to remind you of your duty. Come.
All yours, Torgal.
In the short time since our last meeting, you have grown much. Yet as a vessel, I fear my lord will still find you lacking. Defend yourself! All this fire and fury, and for what? Stopping the light. A foolish notion fed to you by a fool. I have seen enough. If reason cannot sway you, there are other means of persuasion that might. Rise with us. Eyes are gone.
That did not hit him at all.
I shall cut you free. Cast off your chains.
Torgal, kill! Get him! Go, Torgal!
Oh yeah, no, we're not gonna.
You will assume the mantle you've been given.
No, I will not.
And thus is the light of hope severed. You would yield so soon.
Never.
Clive!
Do you not see? Your iron will weighs you down, dragging you ever further from your purpose.
And what
I
is
want
my
your-
purpose?
Mythos. Who are we? What are the dominants? The breath of the Creator still warm on our lips. We carry his light that we might guide the masses in his name. We are but mighty acts of God.
We are more than that.
You would be nothing without what he has granted you. The power we wield is his, and yet every time we draw upon it, it wears away at our very being. It breaks us, it unmakes us, that its immaculate aspect might reveal itself. The icon. It is too much for even his chosen few. Apart from you, Mythos. You wield the might of many, yet your body does not answer for its avarice.
What are you saying?
What I am saying
I don't have the
is that
Christian's
we
curse.
dominants are a means to an end. We were created
rather,
for
Clive
you,
does.
that you might drink deep of our strength and thereby fulfill your divine purpose.
Which is?
To feed. As you would know, could you only look beyond the walls of your prison of self-regard. As long as you choose to ignore this, you shall never penetrate my defenses. Still, you may take solace in the fact that you are not alone in your plight. The chains of volition shackle all of mankind, but there is yet cause to rejoice. For the Lord, in his mercy, has taken pity on his flawed creations, and shall see them restored to their proper forms.
And what exactly would that be?
Why, loyal servants to God.
No.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
You mean to turn everyone Akashic?
Not turn, Mythos. Turn back. For too long has mankind been led astray by their clamorous wills. It is time they return to a world of quiet equality, where they might once more know salvation.
Salvation! And abandon everything we hold dear!
We don't need your salvation. We'll save ourselves, and we'll do it on our own terms. Not yours, and not your gods!
With every defiant expression of your will, the tighter the chains of consciousness become. But perhaps that fact may be put to use.
Clive!
The faster it binds you to the remaining dominance, the stronger your hunger will become. Until it leads you back to the only answer there ever was. Mayhap not by the path my master intended, but back all the same.
Ash is not far. I could freeze a path.
You're in no fit state.
Probably not, but I can try.
Well, it's better than being crushed to death by millions of pounds of seawater.
Don't look back!
I've never managed to best Barnabas there. I think it's possible, but I don't think it's likely.
I hope the others are safe.
The Enterprise was clear of the gap when we fell. They made it, Jill. And they will have seen the ice, where it led. We need only wait till dawn. This is the second time Barnabas has bested me. I'm powerless against him.
And maybe there really is nothing else for it but to give yourself to his master. Only you won't do that. The Clive I know would never do that.
So you believe? But do you really know me? If what Barnabas said was true, then I'm more monster than man. And each time I summon the flames from within, I burn away the things that make me who I am.
Do you, though? Think of what you've used that power for. Of all the people you've saved. It doesn't matter how or by whom it was granted, only how you choose to use it. And you've chosen to use it for good, haven't you?
I've also used it to kill. What if that's my purpose? What if it's all I'm good for?
You're still that same boy I grew up with. Always so eager to save everyone around you, and yet always so alone. Because you failed to realize the one thing that needed saving most of all. You, Clive. You. You never once took the time to save yourself.
Myself? I think I might be beyond saving.
No one is beyond saving. Provided they want to be saved. You fight to survive. And you survive so that you may protect those you love. It's what you do. What you've always done. And I know you're not about to change. So I'm going to help you. To give you what you need to protect us all.
Jill. Are you sure? If this is what you want, then...
Don't worry, Clive. It is.
And
This
now we steal
burden,
Shiva.
I'll give you the strength to bear it alone.
But I'm not alone. These burdens I carry, my sins, my pain, my sorrow, I see now that they are all a part of me. If I having pledged my life to those I love, then I will gladly bear your burdens too, until my last breath.
Clive.
I promise you, Jill. We will find a way to escape this fate. Find a way to save each other. That we might one day look upon the moon again, together.
And I promise you, Clive, that I will be there, no matter what you must become.
I know. I never thought a smile could bring me so much joy.
I don't know why, but that felt more awkward than the last several times that I played and saw that scene. Yeah, no, that felt awkward. For me, not like I didn't feel awkward for them. I felt awkward for me. That's also not the sword that I'm using. I think it's the one that would have unlocked by now. Oh, Yanni Torgal.
What of Barnabas? Do we pursue him?
No. Our paths will cross again soon enough. Whether we like it or not. Besides, there is something we must do first.
Of course. Drake's spine. The last mother crystal.
The Einherjar is at the bottom of the sea. Waloed won't dare move on Storm without her. But they know we're coming now. We'll need a plan. And a damn good one at that.
Then let's go home and find one. Ash will have to wait.
Urkel has some big paws. Big paws.
Mid says Odin split the sea in two. She's always been partial to a tall tale. But there's tall, and then there's tall.
I struggle to believe it myself.
I see your uncle isn't with you.
He stayed with the Enterprise. After our brush with the Einherjar, she was in urgent need of repair. And And my uncle knows a shipwright in Randalar. We're to join him there when we're ready to sail for Ash.
You sure that's wise? Last I heard, the place was still overrun with a Kashik.
Show me a city where that isn't true. Ultima's plague is spreading.
We're running out of time, aren't we? We've done our best to shore up that hideaway. But I doubt a few planks will stop what's coming. Still, we'll keep at it. Every little helps, I suppose.
Let's hope so. I should visit Joshua. Assuming Talia will allow it.
Any new hunts? Answer appears to be no. But August has something for us.
Heard the bad news then, did you?
What bad news?
About Dravost. Blackthorn's old haunt. With the forge and all that. Well, anyway, the mines just down the road from there are spewing at Aoife like no one's business.
And the village?
Safe from the flood for now, but they've got other problems. A Kashik. Every creature in the area is either turned or on the way to turning, apparently. Zoltan and the others are living on borrowed time. They need help, and quick. Doris sent a few curse breakers to keep an eye on things, but there's only so much a couple of scouts can do. Except get eaten. If something ain't done soon, the whole place will be overrun.
I won't let that happen.
Didn't think you would.
Does Blackthorn know?
I thought it might be better if he didn't. He'd only do something stupid. You reckon we should tell him?
No. It's better this way.
Yeah, well, I can't stand about knowing what's happening out there, so I'm off. I'll see you in Dravost.
That's still not the sword. They remove the skin? They change the skin?
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still walk.
Come back.
Yeah, they... Why did they... I'm not... Did I change my weapon by accident when I was making shit? Wait, Tonberry knife? When did I get a fucking Tonberry knife? Well, hot damn. I think that's the... There's no way to sort weapons that I'm aware of. No, wait, there is. Okay, yeah, that's the top weapon. Or Omega Reforged, and I think Omega Reforged is the one that I've been based on the skin. That's Ultima. I don't know why Omega Reforged is all the way the fuck down here. I mean, the Tonberry knife would be really nice if I was going for, you know, staggering things super fast. Yes, I apparently was severely handicapped. Yep, that's the weapon that I was expecting. A Pull of Darkness 2? Earth. Type. There's just a one. I apparently have 2 of these, though. Hey, Blackthorn, can we make a plus? You can't make a +2 forever.
What do you want?
Answer is no, I cannot.
Yeah, that should do you. You can thank me later.
It must have happened when I made that.
That it? Fine.
Does that mean after a fashion, I made the game more fair?
Coin purse weighing you down? It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that.
There's another... Apparently there are a couple.
There's no way of knowing if Doris will confide in me, but I can speak to her at least.
Right. Nothing new there.
Have you tried Molly's lemon tarts? I've never had anything so delicious.
I swear I remember there being quests there.
Canva lost? It can't be true.
Miss, can we read Miss Editor's story for our lesson today?
What a wonderful idea, Jocelyn. Let's do just that.
How was she? The Enterprise, I mean.
Ah, Sid. Just the man I was hoping to see. Did you have a mo?
Don't tell me. You need more bomb ash.
Oh no, we still got plenty of that left. I'm working on bringing another one of the Chief's designs to life. This time, it's a new smelter. It's got a reverberatory hood over the top for additional thermo amplification and a system of reciprocal recirculatory regenerators that let's just say it gets very blimmin' hot. A heck of a lot hotter than anything Blackthorn's got in his forge, that's for certain. Only mithril engines get hotter, and you can't chuck ore in one of them and get metal out the other end. Trouble is, we won't be able to make out of any old rubbish, neither. We need the good stuff. And I hear you once helped Helena get her hands on exactly that. Any chance you could help me too?
If it's for the good of the hideaway, I'd be happy to.
Oh, it is. I promise you.
So, what exactly is this good stuff you need me to find?
We've got a couple of examples here. Spherical echoes, we call them.
More fallen materials. So this smelter is similar to the Mithril engine in more ways than one.
That's right. They're a bit like the thermal helms. Fallen ceramics deal with heat like nothing else, see? And what's more, they're directional, transferring heat from the inside to the outside. But these things, they're all outside. If we line the hub with them, they'll reflect the heat right back into the furnace. We've collected as many as we can, and I know where we can get the rest. Trouble is, they're all watched over by their bigger, uglier cousins.
So you want me to visit some ruins, destroy some echoes, and bring back the spheres they're guarding?
That's it in a nutshell, yeah. We're only 3 short, mind, and we know exactly where they are. There's one up Amber Way, in that ruin that they call Lost Plume, and another in the Silent South, over in Dalmekia. Last one is in the ruins of Advent, which is in the Empire.
All right then. Wish me luck.
Will do. I'll be keeping all my fingers and toes crossed.
That's too many. You're going to make me have bad luck. Oh, excuse me.
Where are you?
Can I help you, Sid?
I'm looking for Doris. Is she here?
I'm afraid not. She's at Martha's Rest on a job. My job, actually. When she heard what the mission was, she insisted on going herself. Alone.
Did she? What was the mission?
Following up on some new information. Once they'd settled in, the bearers you helped liberate in the Dragon's Eyrie were keen to talk about their imprisonment. And about their captor.
The slaver Cole's team were tracking when they were attacked by the Beastmen. I'll go and find her. She's at Martha's Rest, you say?
If she's not moved on already, yes. I hope everything's all right.
Why would Doris insist on going alone? Maybe
She's
Cole was right
Doris.
to be worried.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts?
I was hoping, but apparently...
All done?
No.
How are you doing? Quick look.
Oh my goodness, there's 3 in Dalmekia. Well, let's do this one first. Sure, drop me off in Northreach and then tell me that it's way the F over there. Except you also want me to go to the Vale. There's nothing pointing me to the Vale.
They'd have us believe these ghosts.
There were ghosts at the gate, not safe.
Those things I said before about not being able to fight.
Oh, Clive. What am I to do? My wards and I may soon be without a home.
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his lofty throne and taken up residence here in Northreach.
The High Cardinal?
Leader of the Council of Elders, second only to his Radiance at the head of the Imperial government. Not that any of those things still exist. Now he goes by his noble title, the Duke of Oriflamme.
And what does he want with Northreach?
He wants to transform it into a military stronghold, a foundation upon which to build a new Sambrec. He's already secured the support of the various army remnants, with promises that they shall be afforded the respect they deserve in his empire. One built on the confiscated property of the people.
He would rob the populace to pay for it.
Believe me, I have used every means of persuasion to discourage him from this folly. But for whatever reason, he will not listen to me.
What does Captain Faelyn make of this? When the town was under attack, it was him the soldiers rallied around. Couldn't he use that influence again?
How? By speaking out against one of the most powerful men in Sambrec. A man whose stated aim is to revive the empire Philippe's comrades swore to serve, and to improve the soldiers' lot within it. The captain can offer them a regular supply of gruel, and an occasional trip to the Vale to help them forget the terrors they face each day. The Duke offers them a vision of strength and safety. No. Any attempt to incite mutiny would cost Philippe the support of his men, if it did not cost him his life. But given the mood around town, mutiny may yet be unavoidable. The people have little appetite for further deprivation, least of all when it serves only to elevate others.
And who could blame them?
Clive, would you appeal to the Duke on my behalf? For your services to Northreach, you have the respect of the soldiers, and they will take you to His Eminence if you ask them. And unlike Philippe, no bonds of loyalty prevent you from speaking your mind to the man. Well, will you try? You could hardly fare any worse than I did.
Never!
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Clive.
Tell me then, where will I find this Duke of Oriflamme? In the garrison?
Overseeing the troops, yes.
All right. Wish me luck. I may have met this Duke before, at the Remembrance Ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
Let's go and do the thing that's marked on my map, since I don't know where the other one
Things I
is
said
right now.
before about not being able to find.
I mean, I could look it up.
Let's go. I'll need to deal with these ones first. Straight home now.
Over here! Get him!
This one. Get him. Now to find this spherical echo. This is it. Right then.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
You needn't fret. The creatures are...
Halt! Oh, sorry about that. You're the dame's man, aren't you? You got some business with the captain?
No, actually. With the Duke. I was hoping I might be able to speak with him.
We're under orders not to let any civilians pass. But you should be all right. His Eminence has heard all about you and your heroics. Wait here. I'll go and ask.
So, you are the sellsword who lent his aid to the garrison. The Empire owes you a debt, and I shall see it repaid. But tell me, is it wealth that you seek, or favor?
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought only to inquire about your plan to turn Northreach into a stronghold.
Ah, I see. You are worried the expanded garrison will render your services redundant. Yet you needn't be. A proud fighting man like yourself shall always have a place here. Pride of place, in fact. For too long has the contribution of the noble soldier been under-reckoned. But no more. For it is they who shall see the Holy Empire rebuilt, beginning right here in Northreach.
Why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely unscathed from the recent troubles. Her defenses are sound, and her garrison well prepared. Which is more than can be said for Oriflamme or Twinside. The Empire wants for a capital, and I believe Northreach to be the perfect place.
Not rebuild Oriflamme.
With Caer Norvent as her citadel. Once we have seen to the refortification of both the town and the castle, we need only build a wall around both to create a city that would be the envy of the twins. Plans are already underway for the construction. Soon enough, these thralls shall learn that they are no match for the might of Sanbreque.
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these creatures are, Your Eminence. Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense of the town. Something they may be loath to do if they've been deprived of their worldly goods.
The people will do as their leaders command. If Sanbreque is to be rebuilt, she will require a functioning government. One whose authority is beyond question. That is why this levy is necessary. So that any man who wishes to join the army might do so and be fed, outfitted, and paid as befits a defender of the Empire. And yet there are those who persist in peddling the treasonous lie that I seek to steal from the people and drive them from their homes.
I suspect they're afraid of losing what little they have left.
Precisely. The common folk have little and less, and you mean to deprive them of even that? You would sow the seeds of your new empire in your own salted earth.
Sabine, we have discussed this.
Yes, and I told you then how putting the empire before her citizens would lead only to revolt.
Without an empire, there are no citizens.
And in yours, there will be only beggars. Is that what Griga wills for her people?
Do not take her name in vain, Sabine.
You take
I'll come back later.
God's name in vain.
The citizens revolt. I wonder what the people really think of the Duke's plan. It wouldn't hurt to ask them, I suppose. Let's begin with
Oh,
those on the other
joy.
side
Let's
of the
run
wall.
around town and ask people about things.
Sabine, you are embarrassing me.
You're embarrassing yourself.
Oh.
I love how I'm not the only one who thought that. I might have to actually track the quest for them to show me who I need to talk to.
If it's a captain you're after, he's on patrol. Though there's not been much to see out there since you took care of those devils up in Moor.
Alright, well, let's put this on hold for a moment. Well, he won't stand on the wall. Tap face. Cora. That puppy want a treat? We'll go come over and come and get some treats? Papa's a doodah. Cora, Cora, Cora. What a pupper do. Oh, there he is. Hi there, the pupper do. Are you ready for some treats? Yeah. You got some crunch? You look up at your mama? Like you got something in your eye, honey. Look up at mom. Look at mom. It looks like it. It's probably just a reflection of something. They love you. What? Oh, just to love you, huh? That's it. That's all we got. All we got. I love you. Love you. No. And your mama can't boop her face. Boop a puppy dog in the nose. But blaspheme is not the same as taking a god's name in vain. Taking a god's name in vain would be, you know, my Hera or my Yahweh or my God. That is taking a Lord's name or a God's name in vain. Blaspheming is different. She blasphemed. People need to get it right. And we're going to leave. Mama turned off the lights, so now it's time to turn around and give our backside to the mama. I love you. You're a good girl. You just go stare at mama because she's talking. There's nothing in mama here. Empty. It's empty. I do like Professor Farnsworth saying "Sweet Zombie Jesus." That is funny. Where was it? How do I do the quest? Well, okay. Small change of plans. I will be right back. Promise. Check myself here. Speak? Yes, okay. Yes, I just cutified my test. Alright. Now let's see if we can do this under new management and know who we're supposed to talk to. There we go. Excuse me.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
All right there. What is it you're after, sir?
Just your opinion, actually. I wondered what you thought of the Duke of Oriflamme.
Oh, him. Not much. None of us traders do. It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to set up shop this side of the wall in the first place. Couldn't have the rabble getting any closer to the holy capital, could they? And now he's trying to drive us out completely, threatening to take everything we got from us if we don't clear off. If the dame said she wanted him run out of town, I'd be straight through that checkpoint, tar bucket in hand.
I've been hearing a lot of talk about a certain duke.
Nothing good, I'll wager. Going around acting like he owns the place. And with hardly a word to the dame. This is her town, not his.
I take it you'd rather she was in charge.
As far as I'm concerned, she still is. Just need his eminence to sod off back to Oriflamme.
A question, if you don't mind. What do you think of the Duke of Oriflamme?
Don't get me started. You build a life for yourself somewhere, earning for some noble to turn up and tell you you've got to hand it all over to him. If he thinks his name and his chains give him the right to empty our purses, he's in for a rude awakening. We'll do whatever it takes to keep what's ours. Whatever it takes.
Well, the people seem united enough. What about the soldiers?
I heard the dame got an icon to rid the meadows.
Those things I said before about not being able to fight.
Excuse me, do you have a moment? I wondered if you'd mind sharing your thoughts on the Duke of Oriflamme.
Well, he's made a lot of enemies coming in the way he did. But I mean, look around us. You can see the state the realm's in. The traders might not like having the screws put on them, but if they volunteered a few more of their hard-earned gil before things got bad, maybe they wouldn't have to. I think the Duke's got a point when he says rebuilding the Empire's the best way of making sure we're all protected. And if that means people who don't know one end of a sword from another have to make way for those who do, well, that's just how it goes.
Upstairs, huh?
Sabine, you are embarrassing me.
Nope, I'm embarrassing me.
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme plans to turn this town into some sort of fortress. Do you think that's a good idea?
It's not for me to say. All I know is that unless the Emperor orders me otherwise, His Eminence's word is law. Look, no one likes all these taxes and tariffs, but empires don't come for free. Once Sanbreque is back on her feet, we'll all reap the benefits.
As long as you remain, the veil will see to your needs.
Everything in the...
You're the one who was talking to His Eminence.
On the Dame's behalf, yes. I was trying to persuade him not to take the people's goodwill for granted, but it seems my words fell on deaf ears. What do you think of his plans?
I'm a soldier, mate. He tells me what to do, not the other way round. Listen, I've got nothing but respect for the Dame, but I've got a family to look after. That's where my loyalties lie, not with the town or the Empire, but with my wife and children. If the Duke can get us the men and the equipment we need to fight off those blue-skinned bastards, I don't care how he does it.
Seems like the soldiers are more
Makes of all this.
all over the place. Whereas the citizenry seems to be mostly united. Just one of you out here? Where is he? There he is.
Captain, do you have a moment?
For you? Certainly. Clive, wasn't it? Thank you for last time. How can I help you?
I wanted to ask you about the Duke of Oriflamme. Do you intend to go along with his plan?
But to tell you the truth, I'm in two minds. It's my sworn duty as a captain of the Imperial Army to obey his orders. But I can't say I agree with him.
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a soldier to protect the people you loved. The Dame included.
That's right. I did.
Well, she doesn't agree with the Duke's orders either. She thinks they could tear Northreach apart.
And she's probably right. Thank you, Clive. I know what I need to do now. Protecting the people I love is what matters. Doesn't matter how. Well, duty calls, so I better go. Thanks again.
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
I could just push the button and go back, but it's not that long of a run. Oh.
Ah, Clive. How did you fare? Were you able to speak with the Duke?
I was, but...
So Northreach is to be a fortress after all. Well, it will certainly help to hold back the thralls. There's no denying that. Though I doubt it will come as much consolation to the townspeople whose worldly goods are confiscated to pay for it. They deserve to be heard, Clive. To have a say in this new empire the Duke means to build.
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience more than their opinions, and hopes to reassert the authority of the state. I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chessboard to be sacrificed for the greater good. Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion, and would rather their destinies were in your hands. The soldiers, meanwhile, are content to follow their orders. And not just because of the Duke's rank, but because of his vision.
I thought as much. Had I sworn to protect Sanbreque, I dare say I too would want nothing more than to see it rise from the ashes. Thank you for trying. But the battle is lost.
I don't know about that.
What happened to your uniform?
I handed it in, along with my resignation. Told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I love to call it a day.
Why?
Because I realize what really matters to me. Not following some nobleman's orders for the sake of it, but protecting what I care about. Protecting Northreach. I honestly don't know when those monsters will return, but I'm certain they're not finished with us yet. And when they do come back, we need to be ready for them. We need to stand together, all of us. And with you to lead us, milady, I reckon we can do it. It was you who finally convinced me, Clive. There's no point following orders if they go against everything you believe.
Indeed.
All of us, standing together. That has always been Northreach's best hope, and one which still lies within our grasp. We have only to turn our attentions to the true enemy. Thank you, Philippe, for showing me what I must do.
Anything for you, milady. Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I borrowed a few of the lads from the Vale to help keep watch around the town? I fear His Eminence has loftier tasks in mind for the guard.
Not at all. Be my guest.
Wouldn't be the first time.
There may be hope for Northreach yet. Especially with men like you and Philippe to champion our cause. I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke, in the stubborn belief that I might still tempt him into joining hands. But I suspect I shall have to call
This might be my
your aid
favorite
again.
Final Fantasy.
Until then, Clive.
I like the story.
Until then.
This is my 5th or 6th playthrough. The first time on stream. The combat isn't very Final Fantasy, and yes, it's missing some of your standard Final Fantasy references. There's no Biggs, there's no Wedge. Tonberries were added incredibly late. There are no cactars. There's no chocobo breeding, but you do get to ride chocobos. Well, a chocobo. There are no summons. Magic is different. And your party is 100% AI controlled. Except for Clive. It's a good game. I disagree. It's the battle is actually very much like 15. If you've played 15, that's what battle is like. Except your party is half the time you and your dog. And then the other half of the time it's either you, your dog, and a girl, you, your dog, and your brother, or you, your dog, your brother, and the girl. Or you, your dog, a random NPC, and maybe a girl. And the story. I can't tell you how many times I have cried playing this. Don't get me wrong, Final Fantasy VII is still probably in my top 10. And Remake is in probably, Remake and its constituent parts are probably also in my top 10. As a single item, just like all of the Legacy of Kain games, except for Blood Omen 2, are also in my top 10 and probably my number 1. And that is probably my number 1. But I would say this game is 100% worth playing. It presents a lot of challenges. Like, you can never have more than a certain number of potions. Combat for some of the bigger set pieces can be difficult. But it's really one of the best. I know it didn't win Game of the Year or even come close. But when this came out, this was my favorite game that came out that year. I think that was 2013 or 2023. 2023. Ignore the 13. It didn't happen. Thank you, Darth. I appreciate that. All right. I have some other side quests to do. Let's do ones that are already tracked. We'll do this one, and then we'll go and do the other part of this one in Rosaria, and then we'll do the other one in Rosaria. Kind of a monkey's paw. Straight south, and then to the east.
Ready, go?
This, by the way, is your chocobo. Also, I'm max level, so I'm not really bothering to stop for combat if I don't have to. But when I was lower levels, I would stop for all the combat. So I'm still getting used to actually riding
You deserve a
Chocobo.
rest. Over here! This one. Farewell. Torgal, kill! Go, Torgal!
I really love the mythology of this game too. No! Damn you! Ass hat interrupting me in the middle of my fucking... There's a bomb that I don't think I've... Oh, I apparently did kill the bomb. Never mind.
Two down. One to go.
Okay. Wrong button. Okay, never mind. I was gonna go up to Rosaria and do the stuff in Rosaria. But...
So Dravost is still standing. For now, at least.
If you can swing a hammer,
I never thought
Hey, August, what's up?
Clive! You're here!
And the Akashic?
Mostly off to the north still. But I spoke to Doris's scouts and it turns out things are worse than I thought. There's swarms of them out there. Told old Snotty to be ready to seal the north gate. That should buy us some time if we need it. Enough for the villagers to barricade themselves inside their homes, at least.
Well done.
Welcome back, Sid. I'd never have guessed, you know. Not if August hadn't let slip. Who'd have thought that the savior of Dravost would turn out to be the realm's most infamous outlaw? Keen to help us out again?
I am.
Thought you could sneak off without me, did you?
Blackthorn.
Oh, what are you doing here?
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice down. Unlike my best mate who didn't think I deserved to know. Zoldan, how long's it been? Long enough for us two to turn into a pair of old codgers, I see.
That your idea of an apology? Prick.
Don't listen to him. You only did what you thought was best. For the village and that.
I did, yeah. But that ain't the whole of it. Vulcan, our master, didn't leave the chiefdom to the two of us. He left it to me. The best blacksmith in Dravost, barring himself, of course. Bloody stupid tradition, in my opinion. If someone's got talent, you should let them practice their craft, not ask them to settle petty feuds and barter for grain. Our master wasted half his life that way. I wasn't about to let that happen to me.
So you're wasting half of mine instead.
You're what Dravost needed. Under me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year. So I left to devote myself to the work and spare you lot the consequences. I may be a selfish prick, but I only did what I felt I had to.
What you had to do was your duty!
Even if it meant we all starved?
Enough. This is no time for bickering. You can finish beating each other up once Dravost is safe.
Fine. I've said my piece anyway.
Yeah. So have I.
Sorry, Clive. I shouldn't have stuck my nose in. We're short enough on time as it is. Still, give us a mo, would you?
Oh my God, August.
Straight before any of them Akashic try to bite it off.
Whoever wrote the dialogue for August very clearly either a millennial or more likely Gen Z. Admittedly an older Gen Z, but still. Oh my freaking goddess.
You, ready for the off then?
We can't afford to waste any more time.
Right you are. Might be worth having one last word with the scouts, though. Don't want any nasty surprises, do we? Oh, and Blackthorn, you and Zoltan might be better off staying inside the...
Akashic on the move.
How close are they?
Within sight of the walls, and there are more coming up from the mines.
What was I saying about nasty surprises?
They'll wash right over us if we stay out in the open. We're pulling back behind the gates.
Good idea. Get yourselves inside, but keep your weapons handy.
Understood.
I'm prepared to fight if I have to.
Well, let's hope you don't. That's our job. Once the scouts are inside, order your men to barricade the gates. No heroic last stands, you hear me? No fighting at all if you can help it.
August's right. I've seen what Akashic beasts can do to armor. The people here are tough and willing, but they ain't equipped to face what's coming.
I'm going out there. Start work on the gate as soon as I've left. I'll give you as much time as I can.
And if they kill you?
You evacuate. But it won't come to that. I promise.
You'd better be right.
Take good care of Dravoj till I get back.
Leave it to me. And give those things what for, yeah?
Not that I want to harp away on things, but I didn't initially like the changes to Final Fantasy VII. I initially didn't like Final Fantasy 15. And I will be completely honest with you, though, that games have changed a lot in the last 35 years. Hell, in the last... since video game history started. They have changed a lot. And expecting them to stay stagnant and only follow the rules that you're used to is limiting. This is coming from the girl who disliked Diablo 3 because it doesn't feel like a Diablo game to her. And heavily, regardless of the fact she plays it, dislikes Diablo 4.
Enough. All yours, Torgal.
Of course, I don't look at Diablo 4 as a Diablo game. I just look at it as a dungeon crawler.
This one.
Yeah, hell, even Fallout has evolved a shit ton since it came out.
It's over.
Grand Theft Auto. Legacy of Kain. Tomb Raider. Come on, there's gotta be one more.
Is that it?
No, you just asked the critical word, the critical thing. It means it's not
Apparently
it.
not.
Come on, Chimera. What? It has two. Oh no, yeah.
Not getting past me.
One's a dragon head, one's a goat head.
This one.
And then there's scorpion tail. It should be a snake tail. Shouldn't it?
That's better. Now for it. Over here. This one. Over here.
I had to move at the last second. Ass hat. He isn't even a Akashic.
All yours, Torgal. Over here. Second. Now, the question is, did I miss any?
Man alive! You stood in one piece!
I slew as many as I could.
As many as I could, he says. The old bleeding lot, more like it. Well, almost.
Only almost.
Yeah, one or two did try to sneak over the wall. But we got the bastards, don't you worry.
Good. Though you do know, more will come in time.
In time, yeah. But we can think about them later. Let's get you back inside.
Sid! You're even more fearsome than your reputation. Enough to give those Akashic monsters nightmares. I almost felt sorry for the wretched things. But mostly, I felt grateful. Dravoged won't forget what you did today.
I'm afraid I've only delayed the inevitable. There's no getting rid of that ether flood. Meaning that any living thing which stumbles into those mines will end up clawing at your walls again.
And that's if the flood don't spread. If it does, well, I hate to say it, but the village's days are numbered.
That may be, but we're staying just the same. With ether floods springing up all over, it's no less safe than anywhere, and more importantly, it's our home. We'll fortify the gates to the north, and I'll see that they're guarded day and night.
All right. Then we'll give you a hand shoring up those defenses.
As for you, Blackthorn, that's twice you've turned up when Dravoj needed you. So, thanks.
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And I shouldn't have left without talking it over with you first.
Too bloody right you shouldn't. Though I doubt I'd have listened. I always envied you. How you made everything look so easy when, for me, it was anything but. You leaving gave me the perfect excuse to hate you. And from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. But what you said earlier, it was true. You'd have been the death of this place.
Finally, something we can agree on. I hope you see the sense of it eventually. You kept this place alive.
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy even, but Dravoj isn't what it once was. Our work used to be the pride of Dalmekia. Now, we churn out the same rubbish day after day because it's easy and turns a profit. It's not about the craft anymore. I wouldn't send my sons to war wearing the shit most of our smiths are making. I've kept working, honing my skills, trying to lead by example, but no one sees the point. The average castle apprentice has as much passion for the craft as our current lot. Come back to us, Blackthorn. Remind Dravoj what a true master blacksmith looks like. I'll even man those bellows of yours if it means we can work at the same forge again.
That's a kind offer. Kinder than I deserve. And I wish I could accept, but I'm needed elsewhere. There's people who trust their lives to my steel, and I daren't let them down.
Fair enough.
But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit from time to time. Let's see if we can't rekindle this town's passion for the craft, shall we?
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell Snotty to let me in the next time I come calling, yeah?
Knowing him, he'd let you in anyway. Blackthorn. The Master Smith turned outlaw, back in my good graces. I never thought I'd see the day.
I'd say that went pretty well, wouldn't you?
Even better than I'd hoped.
Sid, I've got something for you.
And this is?
A token of our lasting gratitude. But I'm of a mind to make you a far grander gift. Designs for a certain sword have been passed down from chief to chief for generations.
Now hold on, Zoltan. There's a reason no one's made that blade in centuries. There's not been a craftsman equal to the task. I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel, and I've learned to own an edge Odin will be proud of. But the engravings on that thing are enough to make a jeweler cry. And they're not just for show, either.
Have you forgotten what brought you back to Dravoj in the first place? A certain ring? I knew I'd never surpass you with the hammer and tongs. So I turned my hand to a different kind of metalwork. Between the two of us, I'd say we're the equal of any master craftsman ever to have graced a forge.
You know what? I think you might be right. Clive, You wouldn't mind if Zoltan came back to the hideaway, would you?
He's more than welcome. As long as he can keep our secret.
Right. Zoltan, get your tools. We've got a legend to forge.
So, I know what making biscuits means when we're talking about cats. It's the kneading. But I'm gonna be straight up honest with y'all. The fuck? You don't... There's no kneading in making biscuits. You knead when you're making bread dough. You don't need biscuit dough. The first time I heard that turn of phrase, I was very confused.
Good day. Certainly. Here you are. May we meet again.
Alright. Another one in Dalamil and another in Buckland. And another in Tabor. That's not the... I'm half tempted to keep going tonight just to try and get rid of some of these side quests. Because there are too many freaking... I love
Lord
them.
Rosfield,
they're fun.
Is there aught the Undying might assist you with this day?
Perhaps. My brother said that your order was helping him with his quest to uncover Ultima's origins. Have you learned anything of note since last we spoke?
Little and less, I regret to report.
I see.
Be assured, however, that we will not rest until the truth is known. Even now, our archaeologians scour ruins in every corner of the realm for traces of Ultima's touch.
Fallen ruins, I take it. Dating back as far as Phoenix Gate.
Indeed. Ultima's thralls are oft sighted among the remnants of the fallen civilization, as if protecting the secrets concealed within.
Secrets we'd see unearthed.
Should our methods be of interest, my lord, mayhap it would please you to observe some of our number at work.
Would that be possible?
Of course. A survey is being conducted not far from here. Perchance you are familiar with Kretov, a small hamlet built around a fallen airship. I was due to visit my colleagues there to collect their preliminary findings, but if you would consent to do so in my stead, I'm sure that they would be honored to relate any discoveries they have made to you directly.
All right.
I'm pretty sure we have that marked on the map.
They will be most gratified, I am sure. Might I suggest you take the road through Titan's Wake? It will lead you straight to the village after but a short walk.
Thank you. I will.
I wish you a safe journey, my lord. May the Firebird's flames burn ever in your heart.
Oh no, the Undying, they're dead.
Oh no. You'll pay for this. May still be
Thank you for lining up and making this easy.
This one. Sickle. Over here. Get him.
Now there's stuff to find all throughout town.
Whatever that thing is, I'd say it's their leader.
Apparently it's called Fool's Gold, and I never noticed that before. Oh no, side missions were part of the plan. You don't. Yeah, because I mean, there was the possibility that you guys would not be okay with me taking the time to do all the side missions.
It's over. Should have stayed in the past. These must be Cyril's colleagues.
You have our thanks, stranger.
Who are you?
Ah, forgive me, my lord. I did not recognize you. You are Lord Rosfield, are you not? We are archaeologians, tasked with surveying this site. When the echoes appeared, our brothers here occupied their attentions. Thanks to them, and to you, we were, for a mercy, able to see our duty to its conclusion.
You call that a mercy? Your brothers might still be alive if you put their safety before your duty. Surely this survey wasn't worth dying for.
We are charged with uncovering Ultima's origins. A duty of the highest import, as I'm sure you will agree.
And you think your dead brothers would agree with you too?
I know they would. They gave their lives for the cause, an honor to which all undying aspire. Now, to what do we owe the honor of your presence, Lord Marquis?
Cyril told me of your work here, and I agreed to collect your findings in his stead.
I see. That is most kind. Pray, take them then, with our humble thanks. May the Firebird's flame burn ever in your heart, as it does in ours.
It's one thing to lay down your life for another, but for a survey... I suppose I'd better get this back to Cyril.
Ah, you are returned, my lord.
I collected your colleagues' preliminary findings. Here, take them.
My thanks. I shall study them. and inform you forthwith if I discover aught that might aid you in your fight against Ultima.
Cyril, your survey party suffered several losses in Kratov. Losses which could have been avoided, had the others not chosen to complete their work, instead of saving their friends. Were these your orders?
No. This was their choice. Every Undying devotes his life to the service of the Phoenix. It is our sole duty, and should we die in discharging it, so be it.
Even when death is avoidable.
My lord, I fear that this is not a point over which it would be fruitful to argue. The Undying have served the Phoenix for countless generations, and your opinion of our methods, however earnest, is not like to change them. We live to serve the Phoenix. Our very order exists for that purpose, and that purpose alone.
Cyril, I know that you and your brethren answer only to Joshua, but allow me to offer you a word of advice. It does not further the cause of the Phoenix to have his loyal followers surrender their lives without good reason. Provide your survey parties with an escort, that they might live to do their duty for years to come. Think not only of how you can serve the Phoenix, but how Joshua would want you to serve him. Please. For all our sakes.
I thank you for your advice, my lord. If you will permit me to respond, our faith in his grace, Joshua Rossfield, is absolute. And we of the Undying will do what we believe is right to fulfill our duty unto him. As first shield to the Phoenix, I am sure you understand what it means to do one's duty.
I do.
Then we are of the same mind. And it is my hope that we may continue to do our duty together.
Dude, the Undying make me so angry. Clive's request is perfectly reasonable. Take some care for your fucking lives. Takes care of that and that. One up in Buckland and Dalamel. Let's at least get a couple more of these done. Like, at least these in Dalmechia. Where is... Lubor has
Everything's
it.
back the way it was.
Take that, you naughty thief!
Clive! To what do I owe the pleasure? I just wanted to see how the town's been faring since you brought everyone together.
Excuse me.
Since we brought everyone together, all is absolutely wonderful. Conrad and Natalie's hands remain safely away from each other's throats, and firmly at the helm. Our stores are full, and the bandits still too disorganized to raid them. Just as the good Lady Jane and Lord Underhill intended.
Are you a lord? Lubor's going to be one too. They're going to make him the Lord of Dalamil, because of how he stopped all the grown-ups from fighting.
It's the mayor of Dalamil, dear
Sleep
child.
tight, Linux.
And the vote hasn't taken place just yet. But if the people wish me to lead them, I shall. And my first act will be to build a school so that menaces like you two learn not to interrupt your elders. Speaking of menaces, there may be a rather worrying one just over the horizon.
May there indeed.
I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set in putting aside their differences and presenting a united front might have caught the bandits' attention. And they might have elected to take a similar approach. They have formed what one could call a League of Outlaws. And they grow more organized by the day.
But we'll fight them all off just like last time, no matter how many of them there are. Won't we, Lubor?
Of course we will. If we continue to work together, we can overcome any challenge we choose to face. The longer we avoid facing this one, the more difficult it will be. Until the only way to overcome it might be to run for the hills. Our best hope is to nip these efforts at organization in the bud. By finding those ne'er-do-wells who have yet to join the cause, and ensuring that they never do. Perhaps a certain Lord Underhill might be willing to lend us his aid once more?
How could I refuse?
Thank you, my lord. Victor will fill you in on the particulars. I have him stationed by the desert gate, receiving and collating reports from my scouts. Such an amenable soul. He reminds me of you.
I'll go and speak with him.
All right. Let's see how fast we can do all of
League of
this.
Outlaws. Sounds like we have some competition.
Are you sure about this?
Still in Dalamil, Victor?
Ah, Sid.
I thought you'd have returned to Cosnes by now.
I did. Then I came back. I've developed something of a fondness for the place. And having worked so hard to see it saved from one fate, it would seem remiss to abandon it to another. A sentiment Master Lubor certainly isn't shy about exploiting. Hence my doing his bidding yet again.
You're not the only one.
What does he want you to do?
He asked for my aid in putting down the bandits. And he said that you might be able to help me find them.
Then you've come at just the right time. I was on my way to speak with Conrad about how to organize our forces. There are more camps in the vicinity than we can safely strike at once. But we must strike together, and we must strike soon at as many camps as we can. We can't give this league of theirs time to rally its forces.
All right. Which camp shall I take?
There's one upriver. Just out there, across the dunes.
Leave it with me.
If
those ne'er-do-wells want to band together, let them. They'll be no match for us.
Come on.
Do you suppose if they brought back the elephant bird, real bird, anyone would want to keep one as a pet or a mount? They're basically the same as chocobos, except they have no wings at all. Not even vestigial wings.
Take his head off! All yours, Torgal. This one.
And there has been talk about them trying to bring them back, because there are samples of the DNA, and I think they were talking about using ostrich eggs. Don't quote me on that though.
Get him. Attack. Go, Torgal. Get him.
Sad waste. One guy left. Torgal, kill him. Come on. Torgal. Thank you. I didn't want to waste the build up on one guy. Such a strong area of effect.
I'd better let Victor know.
Sid, where are you? Ah, I see the bandits didn't pose you any trouble.
No, but that's not why you're here, is it?
No. Something's happened. We need you back in Dalimil.
What is it?
The whole town's in uproar. They're saying that Lubor is a bearer.
What?
Seems that one of our parties wasn't as thorough as they should have been. They let one of the bandits escape, and his escape route took him right through Dalimil. Some of the children spotted him, and he was about to silence them. And when Lubor felled him with a bolt of magic, and without a crystal.
But that's not possible.
It is, if he's a bearer and has been hiding it all these years, which is what people are saying. If he has, well, I wouldn't blame him. No man is branded by choice. Still, all those people see is a man who's lied to them all his life. One who was made a leader of himself when the world believed he should have been a slave.
Fuck.
I don't know where we go from here.
If only they knew about Clive.
Lubor needs all the friends he can get right now.
You're right.
And now everyone knows. I made it a habit to keep a crystal close at hand for just such an occasion. And when that occasion arose, I forgot to reach for it. Well, it was bound to come out sooner or later.
We're sorry, Lubor. We tried to keep running, but we just couldn't anymore.
There's nothing to be sorry for. I rather enjoyed playing the hero for once. All that matters to me is that you two are safe.
Look at him talking to his betters like it's nothing. All lies, I'll wager. Just like the ones he fed us all these years.
Once people make up their minds, it's hard to change them. We need to do something, and quickly. Convince the people not to let their prejudices blind them. Convince them that nothing has changed. That their enemy lies outside these walls, not within them.
You're right. We should speak to everyone.
I'm glad you agree. I'll handle the townsfolk. I'm a Dalmek born and bred. They listen to me. You head to the tavern. Make Conrad and Natalie remember who Lubor really is. They know that Lubor and I are friends. I might not make for the most impartial of interlocutors. Lord Underhill of Randalar's League of Merchants, however, is a trusted and impartial mediator of note.
I'll do what I can. Lubor, stay here with the children. I can't promise anything, but we'll try.
And that is all I can ask of you.
Why are you taking the bearer's side?
Why do they always have to make such a fuss?
He knew all along that he was playing us for fools.
Forgive me for disturbing you, but could I have a moment of your time?
I've seen your face before.
As have I. Lord Underhill, wasn't it? Of the League of Merchants.
That's right. I wanted to speak to you about Lubor.
The rumors that he's a bearer. All true, I'm afraid.
He'll never be mayor now. Not if I have anything to do with it.
But what of his wares? Bearer or no, his steel is highly valued throughout the Republic. In this, at least, he's done the town a service. Might that not earn him a little leniency?
Leniency? He pretended to be one of us when he was laughing behind our backs all the while.
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied to us. He lied to you. He cannot be trusted.
So what do you propose? Will you drive him from his home? Close his forge?
Perhaps. That is a question for the people of Dalimil, and they will thank you not to get involved.
The townsfolk have made their minds up. There was nothing I could do.
Nor I. Conrad and Natalie refused to consider anything but their own wounded pride.
You never know. Once their anger is cooled, they might see things differently. For now, we should report back to Lubor.
All right.
Why didn't we just have this conversation in front of Lubor to begin with?
Why the hell would Victor take the bearer's side?
I assume the situation is hopeless?
There's still hope. But...
But perhaps not in this lifetime, I think it's fair to say.
You mustn't think like that, Lubor. Give them time. They'll come around. We'll talk some sense into them in the end, you'll see.
No, you won't. And your efforts would be better spent elsewhere.
But Lubor...
Rosina would often tell me that steel does not lie, that a blade is a reflection of the smith who forged it. To yourself be true, that was her point. Rather an ironic one when you consider that her life was taken with a blade of her own making. But I do not doubt that she was always true to herself and what she believed in, right to the end. And so must I be. I must do what I know to be right, no matter what others might think of me. And now, I know what that is. I must embrace my new role of villain so that the people of Dalimil have something to unite against. For only united can they hope to stand against the threat that awaits them. I'll need to make a suitably dramatic exit, of course.
Don't go, Lubor. You're the only one who was ever kind to us. We'll be all alone. Again.
Trust me, little ones. It is for the best that I go. Not only for the town, but for you, too.
How could it possibly be for the best? These children need you. The least you can do is give the townspeople a chance to change their minds.
They would not take it, Victor. It's over.
Over, you say? And so just like that, you're going to throw this town and these children to the wolves? I thought you were better than this. But it seems you had me fooled as well.
Victor.
Forget it. Do what you will.
You sure you're making the right choice, Lubor?
Of those available to me, I believe it's the best one. Yes. Ah, but where are my manners? Here. Your reward for clearing out that bandit camp. Right then. I have packing to do.
If there's anything I can do. Anything.
I'll bear it in mind. Thank you.
Was that a pun? Did he just pun himself as he walked away? You will bear it in mind?
Ah, Clive. You'll be pleased to know that the negotiations are progressing well.
That is good news.
Yes. Our comrade in Randala has just sent word that the contract should be signed very soon.
But I still have much and more to prepare. It's a huge undertaking moving this many bearers at once. You couldn't do me a quick favor, could you?
What is it this time? More wild beasts?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the caravans and ask El how long we have until the bearers arrive. Find out exactly how much faster I need to get all these supplies moved.
All right. I'll go and ask.
Thanks, Clive. I owe you one.
Run and talk. Report.
Don't blame yourself, El. This is their fault, not yours.
I know, but...
No buts about it, all right?
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to give me a message from our intermediary. The talks with the Republican army have fallen through. They've reached an agreement with the Silver Peak Consortium instead. Though prices have fallen of late, we deliberately offered above the going rate to try and deter other bidders. But the Consortium offered double what we did, and the army jumped at the chance.
And you had no opportunity to make a counteroffer?
None at all. And we were so close.
El? What's happened? I saw Vonnie leaving. She didn't look happy.
And with good reason.
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist were speaking to about the bearers. How did the Consortium even find out about this?
It's not so surprising. They have ears all over the Republic. This isn't over. The Consortium will have to sell these bearers eventually, and at the price they paid, buyers will be few and far between. I'm going to Randalar myself.
Alone? You sure that's wise?
Are you offering to be my bodyguard? How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint near the Capitol gates. I'll send an owl ahead and request a meeting. You go to Cashlock
Owl?
and get
That'll
everything ready.
stall us.
We've waited far too long as it is. Even if I fail to free these bearers, there will be others. Someone needs to prepare the place and keep any prowling beasts at bay.
Oh,
Consistency, people. Consistency. Are they owls or are they
Looks like I'm following orders
Stoluses?
till she gets back
Stoli?
from meeting the Silver Peak Consortium, who've been doing their best to undermine our scheme. She'll never join them after this, surely. No, she said it herself. She still has plans for Cashlock, even if this one falls through. She means to stay with us then. I can't say I'm not happy to hear it, but... is this what she really wants?
You have to trust her.
You're right. It's what she wants now. And if Elle's off fighting for the cause, I should do my part too. So I bid you farewell and safe travels, my friend. I'll gather my men and leave for Cashlock. We'll make sure the place is well stocked and defended. You go to Randalar and see if you can stop my sister biting the Consortium's heads off. If she won't consider her prospects, someone has to.
I'll do my best. All right. To Randalar, then. And better not keep Eloise waiting.
I have not bothered to look at this since they started doing this.
Well, this isn't at all foreboding.
Yep.
What I wouldn't give for a hot meal.
Looks like this is the end of the road for us.
When are they gonna let us through?
Come on.
Run, Ambrosia! fairly sure that I'm going in the right direction, but I might be in the wrong spot.
Back to the stables, girl.
Kill!
This one.
Yep. Okay, where are we supposed to go? Close but no cigar, Faye. Close but no cigar. Shake this fight. Yep.
I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Did you arrange to speak with the consortium?
Here they are now.
You wish to consult with me?
I did. It's about the bearers you recently purchased from the Fist. We had all but finished making arrangements to buy them ourselves. And then you stepped into the fray.
You misunderstand. The consortium had an interest in purchasing them from the very first. It was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding. But your hesitancy in accepting our offer to you suggested that the regard was not mutual. And so we resumed our business.
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such decisions without first giving them due consideration. But what is done is done. Come then. How much do you want for them?
Alas, you are too late yet again. We rarely take on such unconventional merchandise without a purchaser in mind. The bearers belong to him now.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from across the water. A most demanding fellow, if it's any consolation. He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed, even given their own bunks for the voyage over. That's what you get when you deal with continental types.
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite different to ours. They pay good money for bearers not fit for the knacker's yard, and treat them like kings. But as long as they pay...
That does sound unusual. No matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be done. Allow me to withdraw my interest. And with it, my interest in joining your organization.
My associates will be sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
As am I. But I only have myself to blame. He was right, you see. The Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy those bearers before I did. Their representative hinted at a possible purchase when he came to recruit me. I feigned interest in joining them in the hope he might be encouraged to tell me more, and he did just that. As soon as he left, I sent my own offer to Randalar.
So you never...
No. I entertained the Consortium's proposal solely so I could learn more about those bearers. But I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out. I knew exactly who I was dealing with.
You tried.
I did. And if what he said was true, the bearers are to be well treated. Which is something, at least. But they deserved more. I wanted so badly to see them freed.
Eloise! Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The village is under attack. A pack of beasts have come down from the mountains, and there's a dragon at its head. Theo and the others are trying to hold them off as best they can, but the odds are against them. They need help, and fast.
Theo!
I'll go on ahead.
Thank you, Clive. I'll gather some men and join you there. Just make sure he's safe.
Hold on, Theo. I'm coming.
Oh, damn. There. There's a reason.
That'll do, girl.
Now then.
Where's Theodore?
Upriver! He led the dragon that way to keep it from the village, but the whole area's flooded with ether. We just have to pray he makes it out in one piece.
I can do better than that. Torgal, with me. Good girl. Yeah! Where are you, Theo?
The bodies of water in this game are so pretty.
Damn it. The ether's too thick. These creatures have already turned. Torgal, kill! This one. I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does.
You mean that dragon?
Looks like it's found me. This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy. Torgal!
This one.
All yours, Torgal! Go, Torgal!
Two times damage. That wasn't half bad. Too bad we didn't manage to get this in there.
This one. Yeah.
Ow.
That's better. All yours, Torgal. Go, Torgal.
Damn it.
Nice try.
I think once we get done with the story part of this, we'll be done. Because I need to.
Clive? Theodore, you had me worried for... We have to get you out of here. I think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream. Theodore! Don't make me do this.
Stop it, Theo! Stop!
Stay back, Eloise! He's turned. And so will you! Elle. Theodore. Take care of my sister. Theodore, wait. Goodbye, Elle.
Thank you, Clive. I think I'll be all right now.
That was true bravery he showed. Leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people. To put others' well-being before his own.
And now he's gone. Because I sent him to that place, against his will.
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own. So that you would finally be free to live your own life.
To live my own life. He never could come to terms with the choice I made.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great trading houses. And I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I studied the art of commerce, he played at soldiers instead. A late bloomer. In more ways than one. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the care of the constables. But before they could, I took him into mine.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others like him from slavery. But he said you deserved a better life than this. He wanted to free you from what he called your bonds, just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to time how much easier my life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be taken and devoted myself to the family business instead. But I have never regretted the decision I made. Being with my brother meant more to me than tradition or reputation. I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night and the choice I made and the fact that I would make the same choice again in a heartbeat. He was never a burden. How could he even think that? If anything, I was the one who weighed him down.
You weren't, Eloise. He said it himself, that he had always been grateful to you for saving him, and that he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you were denied. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You loved one another. You did whatever was necessary to continue living your lives together, and you always would have.
You're right. All I ever wanted, all I ever did, it was so we could be together. Oh, Theo, why did you have to...
I say this often when it comes to this stuff.
I know Theo wanted
It's
me
not
to
worth
move
it.
on, but I'm staying here at the Crimson Caravans to continue our work. We can make a difference here. We can help people, save them. I need nothing more from life than that. So I'll carry on doing what we do, ensuring that goods, people, bearers get where they need to be, bringing smiles to people's faces just like we always have, and to Theo's. Wherever he is. This is the life I have chosen. The life I will always choose.
I've made a choice of my own, to continue helping you however I can, whenever you need it.
Thank you, Clive. Let's go on together then. For Theodore.
But I say it all the time, and obviously in fantasy and science fiction games, the situations in which people do these sorts of things are usually greatly exaggerated. Like, no such thing as an ether flood. So there's no, you know, way that something like that would ever happen. There are no zombies. None of that exists. You know, there's no way that there's something that bad. At the same time, yes, I get it. In Theo's case, what he did is something that I think that medical science and the medical profession should support. He was terminal. There was no way he was going to recover. But for God's sake, think first. Reach out to people. Ask for help. I've been there. I'm there most nights. I understand the feeling. Being alone. Please. There are resources out there. If you are terminal, still reach out to your family. I'm sure they can help with decisions. There are states in the United States where medically assisted is an option. And shit like this, the fact that this was a side character. Someone you almost don't even have to interact with at all. And it still touched me. I've played this so many times, and I cry every time. You are cared for. You are. Don't make decisions in the dark. With all of that said tonight, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. You guys are part of why I'm still here. Sleep tight. Don't let the Fae bite. I will see you guys in the next stream. Good night.